Ever wondered if your relationship is really going the distance? There are signs that show it might not last. 12 early signs. Your relationship won't last are red flags you can't ignore. Spotting these signs early could save you from a painful ending. Don't wait for things to go south. Find out how to spot these warning signs before it's too late. If you want to know how to protect your heart, keep watching. Don't let your relationship fall apart without noticing the 12 early signs your relationship won't last. Stay tuned. Sign 1. Your relationship is all about the romance. Romance is important, but it can't be the only thing holding your relationship together. If the chemistry is the only thing keeping you two going, it's like building a house on a shaky foundation. When that spark fades, what's left? Relationships need more: common interests, goals, or shared experiences. Have you ever felt like the connection was just about the initial attraction? When romance is the only foundation, it can easily crumble when things get real. A solid relationship needs something stronger to thrive. Have you thought about whether you and your partner have other things in common besides attraction? Or does it feel like a roller coaster ride? Think about it. Have you ever been in a relationship where attraction was the only thing tying you together? How did it turn out? Sign 2. You don't like their friends. You've probably heard the saying, "Show me your friends, and I'll show you who you are." There's truth to that. If you don't vibe with your partner's friends, it's a red flag. They're a reflection of who your partner is, and if you can't get along with their circle, something's probably off. Have you ever felt uncomfortable around your partner's friends? It's normal to have different friend groups, but when it feels like a constant issue, it can affect the relationship. If you don't mesh well with their social life, it could be a sign of deeper incompatibility. How would you feel if you just couldn't connect with your partner's friends? Ever been in a situation like that? How did you handle it? Let us know in the comments. Sign 3. You spend too much time together. Spending time together is great, but there's a fine line between bonding and losing your individuality. If you're constantly around your partner, you might start to lose touch with who you are as a person. This isn't healthy. A relationship shouldn't be the only thing that defines you. Have you ever felt like your partner became your only reference? It's easy to get caught up in the idea of always being together, but over time, it can lead to emotional dependence. You need your own hobbies, friends, and interests to grow both individually and together. Have you ever found yourself losing a part of who you are to please your partner? How would you feel if you realized you were losing yourself in the relationship? Drop a comment and share your thoughts. Sign 4. Your relationship feels one-sided. In any healthy relationship, both partners need to put in equal effort. If you're always the one starting conversations, planning dates, or solving problems by yourself, that's a huge red flag. The key is mutual effort to keep the connection strong. Ever felt like you were the only one trying? It's not a competition, it's a partnership. When one person is giving more than the other, it creates an imbalance. Instead of feeling supported, you end up feeling drained. Have you ever felt like you were carrying the relationship all on your own? Been in a relationship where the effort wasn't balanced? How did it affect things? Share your experience below. Sign 5. You feel controlled. In a healthy relationship, both partners should be able to express their opinions and make decisions together. If you constantly feel like you're being controlled or ignored, that's a big red flag. Decisions are being made without your input. This is a sign of disrespect. Ever felt like your choices were being disregarded? Control in a relationship can be disguised as care or protection, but it's toxic and kills trust and freedom. If you don't have the space to be yourself, it's time to reassess things. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt controlled? How would you react if you noticed you were being controlled in your relationship? Let us know in the comments. Sign 6. You can't be yourself. First impressions are one thing, but over time, you should be able to be yourself in a relationship. If you still feel like you have to perform or hide who you really are, that's a big sign that something's off. Ever felt like you couldn't truly be yourself? The best relationships are the ones where both partners can be authentic and vulnerable. If you can't be who you really are, you start losing your sense of identity. This is unsustainable. Have you ever found yourself changing who you are just to fit in? Think about it. Can you be 100% yourself in your relationship? How would that feel? Share your thoughts in the comments. Sign 7. You don't feel accepted. A huge red flag is when your partner is constantly trying to change you. If they're always criticizing your habits, choices, or even your personality, that's a serious problem. Instead of accepting your imperfections, they're trying to turn you into someone you're not. Ever felt this way? Constant criticism, even if it's disguised as help, starts to erode your self-esteem. Respect is the foundation of any relationship, and if you don't feel accepted for who you are, it's hard to move forward. Have you ever felt like you weren't accepted for who you really are? How would you feel in a relationship where you didn't feel accepted? Drop a comment below and share. Sign 8. You fight all the time. Arguing is part of any relationship, but when it's constant and destructive, that's a sign that things aren't going well. If most of your time together is spent fighting instead of connecting, the relationship is draining. Ever found yourself arguing more than having fun or having meaningful conversations? Constant conflict creates frustration and emotional exhaustion for both partners. When the tense moments outweigh the peaceful ones, the relationship becomes unsustainable. Have you ever found yourself stuck in an endless cycle of fighting? Have you ever been in a relationship where fighting was more common than good times? How did it affect things? Let us know in the comments. Sign 9. You don't trust your partner. Trust is the foundation of everything. Without it, the relationship can't grow. If you find it hard to trust your partner, whether because of lies or shady behavior, the relationship is in serious trouble. Ever been in a situation where your trust was broken? Without trust, the relationship becomes a battlefield of suspicion. The fear of being betrayed can destroy connection and intimacy. If you can't trust your partner, it's time to think about the future. Have you ever dealt with a lack of trust in a relationship? How would you handle a situation where trust is lacking? Comment below and share your thoughts. Sign 10. Your partner is rude to others. The way your partner treats other people says a lot about who they really are. If they're rude to waiters, drivers, or even friends, that's a red flag. Ever seen your partner treat people badly? If they're rude to others, it might be a sign of a pattern of disrespect that will also affect you. How they treat others reflects their true personality. How would you feel if you saw this side of your partner? Have you ever been with someone who treated others poorly? How did it impact your relationship? Share your story in the comments. Sign 11. Your partner is passive-aggressive. Passive-aggressive behavior kills communication in any relationship. When your partner avoids talking openly about issues, using sarcasm or indirect hints instead, it just creates tension. Ever dealt with this? Lack of clear and direct communication only leads to misunderstandings. It prevents the relationship from growing and makes things awkward. How would you deal with someone who is passive-aggressive? Have you ever been in a relationship where passive-aggressiveness was a problem? How did you handle it? Let us know below. Sign 12. There's no empathy. Empathy is key in any relationship. If your partner can't put themselves in your shoes or understand your feelings and needs, it creates a deep disconnect. Ever felt alone, even though you were in a relationship? Without empathy, the relationship becomes cold and distant. The emotional connection fades, leaving only indifference. Have you noticed the lack of empathy in your relationship? How would you feel if your partner couldn't empathize with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. So, did you recognize any of these signs in your relationship? Remember, spotting these red flags early can make all the difference. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you experienced any of this? How did you deal with it? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us grow. Oh, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. We're here to help you build healthier, happier relationships. See you next time.